Good morning, everybody. Orange here with another War of the Visions video, and this week in Global, Summer Helena is coming to our game. She is bringing an amazing kit, some aesthetic value, you might say, to the game. She's bringing a lot, right? So we're going to preview her kit like we always do, talk about why she's going to be so great, talk a little bit about how to build her, look at the new gear coming into the game, but I want to start this video off in a little bit of a different place, and that is to encourage some patience. We are in a stretch in Global right now, where the way the timing windows have worked out, we are getting a summer rerun right around the same time we're getting a new Global Fest unit in Sylvie, a Global Shadow Links unit pretty soon, and I just want to encourage everybody who's been targeted saving in this game to stay strong. I used to preach this a lot. I think it's time to bring it back. If you have been saving for Shadow Links, one thing you can do is not pull on Helena until you see if Shadow Links is coming next week, or just not pull on Helena and keep saving for Shadow Links or the next collaboration, whatever you're saving for. Somebody like me, for the sake of making content, I need to kind of do my pulls on Wednesday because that's when there's the most hype. That's when I have streams on that day, so for me, pulling on Wednesday when a unit comes out makes sense. It also makes sense to pull on Wednesday if this is the unit you've been saving for. If you saw during the summer that Summer Helena was your girl, and you're like, nope, I'm pulling her, here she is. Go get her on Wednesday and live your best life and let the haters hate. But if she's not your girl and you're like, well, I kind of want to see what's out next week, you can always wait till Monday. You can always wait till the next summer rerun to pull yourself a Summer Helena. So just a hashtag stay strong moment, take a deep breath. But if you want Summer Helena, look, she's gonna be good. So let's talk about this girl a little bit and what she does, what she's gonna bring to the game. First of all, 100 cost lightning element unit, a new job that is a magic DPS class, right? Roses blooming on the beach. White Mage Paladin, two really interesting sub-jobs right here, and White Mage just got those buffs in Global, so she'll get to take advantage of some of those as well. Her master ability is HP lightning attack up with magic attack resist penetration. That's key. Magic up 10%. Let me tell you the first thing that Summer Helena is. She is a massive ball of magic. Her magic stat is ginormous, and you'll start to see that when we look at her skills. I'm going to compare her to Renan, another 100 cost lightning mage. Her TMR is okay. I do like that it has some magic on it. Again, helping her build up that just ball of magic that she is. And Human Killer 25 with magic attacks is a nice buff. And I like that it has two uses as well. So it's not a bad TMR. I think it's a good one. It's just the stat line on it is mid to me, I guess. Let's go look at her skills. Her kit is really where it's at. I want to start by talking about just the raw magic potential on her. Note Enchanted Mermaid. This is an insane skill because it boosts her magic by 60%. If you think of attack damage characters that have self-sacrifice, that is a 60% attack steroid for them in exchange for a 5% decrease in basically all your resists. Here, all you're giving up is 5% HP. This is a super worthwhile trade. Trading 5% HP for a 60% increase in your DPS stat is nuts. And if you want to, you can stack that on top of another 24% magic buff just from support abilities. If we jump over to somebody like a Renan right here, he's another 100 cost lightning element magic damage dealer who can boost his magic by 30% through support skills. If we throw those two next to each other in a builder with no vision cards, espers, anything like that equipped, and just go with their magic boosting support abilities, Helena is at 832 magic before gear, espers, vision cards, anything. That's nuts. Renan is only at 631, but you might say, hey, wait a second, Summer Helena over here has better support abilities than, Nullify Doom and Magic Up. What if I wanted to run her with agility and spirit, or defense and HP, and be faster and a little tankier? You're still sitting really pretty. Keep that 60% magic steroid going. Just change her up. Here's the agility buffing one. I think that's what that was. Right there. Even if you change to her agility buffing steroid, her agility jumps to 71, which is really big, and her magic is still at 749, over 100 more than Renan. That is big. This girl brings a ton of magic to the table, and if you look at like her resist, she's only weak to strike. That's her only weakness, and basically everybody in the game is weak to strike. She's also resistant to stun, which is one of the most common status effects in PvP. She is a stat monster. Yes, her HP is a little bit lower than his because you're taking that 5% hit, but it's worth it to get your magic up to 749, or if you want to, all the way up to 832, depending on what you want her to do. So that's kind of a look at her stats, and one of the areas that she's going to be really difficult to deal with. Another area that I want to talk about for her specifically is if we look at her master ability, note she gets magic attack resistance penetration 20. She's going to be particularly hard to tank, especially if you can add some spirit penetration to her. Spirit pen is the thing she doesn't have in her kit, and it's like the only version of penetration that she doesn't have. And guess what comes out with her this week? The Elven Gloves, which are a spirit penetration 20 piece of gear for her. And even if you don't have this farmed, the spectacles, Silverum spectacles, those are also spirit penetration gear, but Helena does not need accuracy. In fact, building accuracy on her is throwing stats into the garbage, in my opinion. I think you go get these Elven Gloves for the spirit pin and then put more bruisery or magic boosting gear on her, something like that. Okay, back to her kit. That was a little bit of an aside. Here we go. Counter moves. She has Thorn of Roses. This is a range 3 counter attack with a 20% chance of proccing. Scales off of her magic. She has Regenerator that gives her HP regen and increased healing power. And she has Paladin Guard. If you're running her against physical teams, I think Paladin Guard is low-key like really good. 45% reduced damage is nice if you could throw her against some physical teams. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. This is the weakness of her kit probably, are her counter moves. Unless you're against physical, in which case Paladin Guard is pretty good. In her new main job, brand new job, we've never seen this in Global before, Beach Ball is a 121% modifier. This is her cheap skill with 5 uses, only a range 4. It restores some CT, which isn't terrible, but the AI, especially in like AI PvP, won't use this necessarily unless like last hit somebody if they just need a little bit more than an auto attack to kill them. Rose Heal is a big one for her because this is an HP and TP restore move. She is someone who can give herself the ability to drain her TP pool while she's casting damage spells to amp up the damage even more. So the fact that her self-heal comes with a TP restore will help her when she's trying to drain her own TP to deal damage with her AP skills. Did that make sense? I hope it did. This move is good for like basically her. It's like a special move for her. Makes sense. Okay, Ocean Impact. Here is the first option for your anti-evade teams if you want to run her into that. This is a 5-use, 100% hit chance move that also decreases the evasion for the target if she's running along somebody. Like say you're fighting Starlight Helena with Swimsuit Helena. Oh god, the names. Why do they name them the same? Anyway, she goes and smacks Starlight Helena with Deep Sea Impact. Okay, it kills her, but her courage pops. She now has decreased evasion 30, so if you're running her alongside somebody who you're stacking accuracy with, it's a little bit more of a coin flip for hitting an evasion unit. Now that coin flip is tilted more on your side for your allies, so it's a good single target 100% hit move, 200% modifier, hits really hard, and it helps your team out a little bit. Okay, Magical Season. This is really an important move for Swimsuit Helena. This is like gonna be core to her. First of all, it's an attack and magic steroid buff. So whether you're running her with physical DPS or magic DPS, she can give them both a 40% buff. That's a big buff. Then increase damage done by skills by 50%. But they will also cost TP based on 50% of the AP cost for 3 turns for self. So she steroids up her group, and then when she casts an AP spell like Deep Sea Impact, not only will it drain 30 of her AP, but it will also drain 15 of her TP, if I'm reading that right, to amp the damage up by 50%. Get out of here. That's insanely powerful. So what, like, I don't know. She's gonna hurt. She's gonna hit people really hard, you guys. She's gonna hit people really hard. Just get this buff online. Get this buff online. She's gonna hit extra really hard. Okay, more moves that are also good. The Magic of Summer. This is a 165% modifier move that hits in a nice big diamond-shaped AoE, so there's a plus for it. It has a 25% chance to inflict stop for 30 clock ticks. Now, stop is devastatingly powerful. If you fought Agrius before, you know how awesome stop is. Let me tell you why the EX upgrade to this is so important. With a 165% modifier, the AI would really only use this if it could hit like a lot of targets. And note that Summer Drain down here hits a small AoE as well, but hits at 165% modifier too. And so you're like, wait a second, what if I want her using this on somebody instead of her like higher modifier skills? Well, if they have courage, the AI will actually prioritize this because it will dispel the courage. So this EX upgrade is really nice to encourage the AI to dispel courage and maybe potentially also inflict stop on the target. Not only removing courage from somebody who might have like both going for them, but also potentially inflicting stop as well. It's a really powerful move. Yeah, that's what I got to say about that. Then Summer Drain. This is another 100% hit chance move that also absorbs 30% of the damage done. 165% modifier. So the thing here is if you're fighting Evade, if you're hitting only one Evade unit, the AI is going to go here because it's 200% modifier, so it will hit harder. If you're fighting more than one, and they're standing next to each other, then this one will do more damage. So nice options right there. And you can see straight away that she's not going to have a problem hitting evasion units. Okay, now sub-jobs are really an interesting, it's a hard decision to make what sub-job you're going to run on her, I think, because they're all so good. Rose is blooming on the beach. Her new job, sub-job, is also really nice. If you have 2 turns to warm up and buff, I think that God Roar Down, or whatever the heck it's going to be called at Global, might be worth using. It's a 3-use TP move that gives her lightning resist pin and 40 more magic resist penetration, essentially making her impossible to tank with magic resistance. 40 here, plus if we go back to her master ability, another 20 here, putting her at 60, which is a really nice place to be for magic attack resist penetration, and it's just going to make her really hard to tank with that stat. Plus lightning resist pin, if you happen to be fighting somebody who's trying to counter you by buffing up or stacking lightning resist, that'll help as well. This is a really cool steroid based on penetrations. I like it for her. And then she also gets another attack move right here that decreases magic resist by 38%. So I guess you would use, the AI might consider using this if you're fighting a tank with over 100 magic resist or something. I don't know, but I do like God Roar Down the buff. Okay. White Mage. Why would you ever run her on White Mage? You would do this if she was in like one of your Guild Wars teams and you're like, hey, for fight 2 in a Guild Wars, I would really like to have access to Curaga, or I'm running a group that really needs Protect or Shell. Curaga just got that nice upgrade that it hits in this huge AoE, so it is a really powerful spell. And if you're running her with like a tank and another DPS unit, and you really want your second Guild Wars fight to begin with your group getting topped off, she's going to have the magic pool to make these heals hit really hard. Like you're talking full healing everybody, over healing them with White Mage Curaga. Then Paladin, obviously you don't want her using any of the attacks in Paladin because that's stupid, but you could have her use Paladin for the courage buff, which is really nice. And this buff, in JP, this does also have a buff to it. We're not going to look at that. Just pay attention to the fact that it's courage and global right now. We'll deal with the buffs to this class when they come to us. Then her limit break, again, making her really hard to tank and focusing on that. Her limit break will dispel Shell, so that's another way you're not going to be able to tank her, and it will dispel AoE resist, or decrease AoE resistance by 30 for targets for 3 turns. Hits in a big old AoE, 200% modifier. This is a move that the AI will probably lead with a lot. Knocking down AoE resistance by 30 on those targets is a big deal. 30% AoE resistance debuff is very nice. So, like I'm saying, she's going to be really hard to tank. You can see what they're going for with her kit. Give her a ton of magic and a ton of ways to penetrate defense to really make her super strong. I think these gloves are perfect for her with that spirit penetration because that's the pin that she does not otherwise have in her kit. So get her as much of that as you can and she should be off to the races for you. Now, And I will mention we are also getting the Giganta Axe +6. It has nothing to do with Summer Helena, but it is a really nice accuracy axe at +6. It still has its slash attack resistance pin, it gains 10 more accuracy, and at +6 is a 25 accuracy thing, so 25 plus 10 is 35, plus a 146 attack, not bad. If you're using axe wielders that need a little bit of accuracy, this could be a really easy to get option for you, and that is that. So if you are pulling for Summer Helena, good luck on your pulls. I really have to take a close look at my budget for December because I have no idea when Shadow Lynx is coming and if she's somebody that I'm going to basically have to pull. So I'll be checking out my budget. I'll be live on Wednesday talking about it one way or another and probably just giving in to my own desires and pulling a Swimsuit Helena, or at least going for her. We'll also look at the rest of the banners on Wednesday and see if maybe Summer Jaden's there for a discount or something like that. If you're staying strong, stay strong. If you're pulling, good luck. See you on Wednesday. Peace.